Hello, y'all. How's it going? Outlaws Outhouse. I believe this is number 4. Um, Sorry, I'm a little bit sick today, but we're putting the video out for y'all anyways. So, I've been, under the weather for the past week or so, and, right now I'm on my medicine. I've dropped like $35 on medicine the past couple days, because everything's not really been working, so I finally found something that worked and I'm not coughing as much. My nose isn't as stuffy because it was pretty bad a couple days ago, so. But I'm doing a little bit better now, but I'm all freaking high off my medicine right now, so I guess this is the best time to make a video while I'm not coughing and all that shit, so. Got a few questions for you. I'm not going to read, I got a lot from you guys again. I think what I'm going to start doing for these Outhouse videos is just pick, 5 to 10 questions or whatever. And this week we had a bunch of dumbass questions, so I'm only going to read probably 5 or 6. But I did find some good ones, so yeah, let's do it. Jenny Hayden on the Facebook page asked, what was the most hilarious thing you've ever done in your life? This one took me a little bit to figure out because, it's like thinking of the funniest thing you've ever done in your life. I don't know if this is the funniest thing, but it was something that probably made me laugh harder than anything else I've ever laughed harder in my life. I don't even know what I'm saying. It was in high school. I don't remember what year it was, but I think it was like sophomore or junior year of high school. It was homecoming night, and a bunch of my buddies and I were like, fuck homecoming, we're just gonna hang out and play Wii and smoke weed and, dip our faces off, and so we go and, we always used to smoke weed in his garage because he had like this huge ass zong in his garage. Have you ever heard of a zong? It was like a bong that's like 4 feet high, but it does this, like a Z and shit, and it's freaking crazy. And so instead of going to homecoming, and it was kind of funny because we all kind of had dates to homecoming, but we ditched him and didn't even like text him or anything, and we just went to his garage and smoked weed, and then like we didn't feel shit. And we go and we get out of the garage and we start walking up into the house, and it hits us out of nowhere, and we just start laughing, and it was so funny. And we got really, we got the munchies and we got really hungry, and we got in the kitchen, and I for some reason really wanted peanut butter, so I started making like peanut butter bagels. And from what I can remember, I remember taking the like country crock butter out of his fridge and putting my whole hand in it and just rubbing it all over my face. And I was completely serious. Like, I didn't even think I was doing something wrong, but I wanted like peanut butter. So I I made peanut butter bagels, and I was eating the peanut butter bagel, and then I just started rubbing butter all over my face. Like it was normal. It was the stupidest thing ever. And I remember I remember everybody laughing, just laughing their asses off, and I remember waking up in the morning with butter all over my body. Like, I had butter everywhere. And yeah, we had a good laugh on that one. So I don't know if that's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me, but it was a good one. At rgallagher232 on Twitter asked me, have you ever worked on a farm or have any agriculture background? I'm a dairy farmer. Yeah, I do. When I was a kid, I used to raise chickens as a kid, and I used to raise chickens, and then I was in 4-H, and I showed my chickens and shit, and tried to get them sold and all this shit, and that was fun. I miss my chickens. I used to raise chickens. and I used to work for a couple different farms when I was, in 4-H, and I was in 4-H for sheep herding with my border collie dog, and the guy that was training my border collie to do it, he had a big farm, and I used to work for him. And then I think it was like junior year of high school or something, I worked for this lady taking care of her horses and shit. And then after high school was over, when I actually thought I was going to go to college, I actually went up to Wyoming University when I was living in Colorado, and I was going to do their agriculture program, and I wanted to become a ranch manager, but that never worked out. So I'm glad I didn't do it, because I'm sure that's not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. But yeah, so I do have experience in that, and I love doing it. That's one of my favorite things to do, is working on a farm and agriculture in general. So it's pretty fun. Nicole, I don't know if it's Angel or Angel, I don't know. Nicole, Nikki, Angel, I'll just say. She says, what is your biggest pet peeve? And thank you for hoping I feel better. My biggest pet peeve, I'd have to say, I hate trend. I hate trend. If you guys don't understand what trend is it's like if everybody's saying YOLO, I hate that shit. If everybody's doing this, if everybody's doing that, everybody catches on to shit, and I hate trend, man. I hate that crap. It makes me want to punch people. Like, it's the stupidest thing I ever heard, some of that stuff. But, that's probably my biggest pet peeve. And just people instigating it, and keeps it going. I can't stand it. At Larry Ragone Sr. on Twitter asked me, what you doing to make cash these days? Pretty much the only thing I'm doing is making these videos and selling my merch on keepithillbilly.com. That's pretty much all the cash flow I got coming in. So you guys, every time you buy something on keepithillbilly.com, it helps me pretty much live. So it helps pay the bills, helps get food in my belly and all that shit. So everything is appreciated more than usual. Alright, I'm going to make this the last question, because I think this one will be a good one to get off on, and plus my camera here is about to frickin' die. But Brandon Wolf on Facebook asks, what's the dumbest / craziest thing you've done that included dip? Well, this is a pretty funny story. I think it was about sophomore year of high school. I had just started dipping around that time. I think I started dipping freshman year, but this is what happens, okay? We every weekend, my buddies and I, we had our group of people. We always went out way out where I lived, out in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, and we went mudding and shit. We used to go 4-wheeling on private property that people never used, but we found this construction site that was a huge construction site. That they were only using during the weekdays, and I think it was Saturday, it was closed, and it just rained for like 3 days straight, and that's really unusual for Colorado. And what happened was these big, humongous pits that they had dug out for houses and shit, for the foundations and whatever, just got filled up with water, and it was like a huge pond and all this kind of stuff, and they were all over the place. And really muddy, and this is probably like 1,000 acres of land just sitting there for us to tear up, So we go, and I remember that whole night, that whole freaking day, people just started piling in, and they seen us from the road. We started calling people like, come on, we found the best spot ever, and we met up with people we didn't even know. And that whole night, crazy shit happened. People were getting stuck like crazy. I remember my buddy, I'm not going to say his name on here, but he drove this guy's brand new truck into the pond, and it started to float. Like, couldn't even drive through that crap. It started to float, and it totaled his whole car. And my buddy was driving it because the guy said, hey, you can drive. Don't ever let people drive your brand new trucks, people. It totaled everything. He had like a brand new iPod in there, his brand new truck, beautiful truck. It was a Ford F-250, and I'm not a big fan of Fords, but it was a nice, brand new truck. Completely total. Just flooded it. And then, basically, getting to the point, the craziest shit is, including dip, I guess you said. I remember it was the end of the night, we're all like, let's all take a dip and go for one last ride around here. And it's probably 3 in the morning, and we don't know what the hell we're doing. And we hadn't been drinking or nothing. We were just dipping, and I remember we just throw in our dips, and my buddy he was driving, and we're in his 4Runner, and he goes and puts his dip in. And he's doing it while he's driving, and he puts his dip in, and he hands me the can. I think it was like Skull Spearmint or something, and I remember that's kind of what we did back then. And it was so funny. I just remember everybody just blacked out, and waking up like 5 minutes later, and we're in a fucking hole, like, and the truck is sitting like this, and we're in a humongous hole, and on the other end of us was a bulldozer, or the like the end of an excavator, one of those freaking control arms and shit, and we hit that in the hole. Like, it was just stuck in the hole. We were stuck in the hole, and basically we were pretty much screwed. Like, we didn't know what the hell to do, and we were stuck there. We were all hurting and blacked out and crap. It was ridiculous, but we ended up having like 4 trucks coming, and they pulled us from every direction, and his bumper ended up coming off, and like a whole bunch of crap. We ended up tying it to the frame, and just yanking, and luckily one of the dudes had a winch, so we had it, so we would, every time they yanked us, we would, keep getting spot. And plus it was muddy all over the place, and it was ridiculous, but that's probably one of the craziest shit I done. But, yeah, so I hope those were some cool stories for y'all. I don't know if you guys understood me. I'm pretty, out of it right now. I'm on a lot of medicine, so, hopefully I feel better here in the next few days, and we can get a better video out for y'all. But, remember, one more thing, just don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, twitter.com, Outlaw Hillbilly, and Facebook is Jared Outlaw Boyce. On the Facebook fan page, we're about 20 fans away from 3,000. So if you guys aren't fans of the Facebook page, please go over to the Facebook page, and then we'll hit 3,000 here soon. That'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, all the links are below. I put my Instagram down there too, if you guys got Instagram, and all that bull crap. So, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, go over to keepithillbilly.com. Pick yourself up a Keep It Frickin' Hillbilly t-shirt. We got these nice black ones. We're running low. Only got two 2XLs left. So if you're a double XL, only 2 left. And larges are all, or extra larges are all gone. 3Xs are all gone. So there's only medium large and double XL left. So also the stickers are on there for $2. Get you a sticker, t-shirt. Go over to keepithillbilly.com. It really helps out, and I appreciate everything, guys. Alright, I think that's about it. So, we'll have a video up here in the next few days for you. Make sure to go check out my last video. It's that big music video called Dip Time. It was a joke, guys. Come on. People thought I was serious and shit. You really think I sing that way? Hey, I'm a pretty damn good singer if I want to be, okay? I'm just kidding. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to go get some rest and try to feel better. Until next time, keep it freaking hillbilly. Bye.